This is not a scene from a dystopian film. This is happening right now at some of the most beloved destinations on our planet. So here is the question that should stop every traveler in their tracks. What if the way we travel is silently destroying the very places we love to visit? Here is a statistic that might genuinely shock you. Tourism contributes to nearly 8% of global carbon emissions, making it one of the single biggest environmental threats facing our world today. In this video, we are going to walk you through practical, actionable solutions to help you explore this beautiful world responsibly without leaving destruction behind. You step off the plane, heart racing with excitement, only to find streets overflowing with tourists, beaches buried under plastic waste, and landscapes that look nothing like the breathtaking photos that inspired your trip. That feeling of disappointment is becoming painfully common for travelers worldwide. And this is not some distant future warning. This is happening right now. Venice is sinking under the weight of mass tourism. Bali's sacred beaches are drowning in garbage. The Great Barrier Reef is bleaching away, losing its color and life faster than scientists ever predicted. These are not just travel inconveniences. These are environmental emergencies unfolding in real time. But here is the good news. You have the power to change this. And the good news is, anyone can do it. Starting with the very next trip you plan. Simply put, sustainable travel means exploring the world in ways that leave a positive footprint rather than a destructive one. It is not about giving up your adventures or staying home. It is about making smarter, more conscious choices every single time you travel. Think of it as traveling with intention. Sustainable travel rests on 3 core pillars. First, environmental responsibility, which means reducing pollution, protecting ecosystems, and minimizing your carbon footprint. Second, social impact, which involves respecting local cultures, traditions, and communities wherever you go. Third, economic sustainability, which means ensuring your travel spending actually benefits the people living in the destinations you visit. If you genuinely care about protecting this beautiful planet, while still experiencing everything it has to offer, then you are in exactly the right place. This channel exists for one powerful reason: to help you travel smarter, greener, and more responsibly without sacrificing the joy of exploration. Every single week, we bring you practical tips, honest guides, and deeply inspiring stories from travelers and communities around the world who are proving that adventure and sustainability can go hand in hand. Subscribing takes just 1 second of your time, but the knowledge and inspiration you gain will stay with you for a lifetime. Hit that subscribe button right now and join a growing community of conscious travelers who believe that how we travel matters just as much as where we travel. Together, we can make every journey count for something greater than ourselves. Now let us dive deeper into why this matters so urgently. Millions of visitors caused catastrophic coral damage, forcing Thai authorities to completely close the bay for years, just to allow nature to begin healing itself. Traditional tourism carries a devastating environmental price tag that most travelers never see. Flights alone account for a significant portion of tourism's contribution to global carbon emissions. But cruise ships and road trips add enormously to that burden too. A single transatlantic flight can generate hundreds of kilograms of carbon dioxide per passenger. Beyond emissions, over-tourism physically destroys fragile ecosystems. Coral reefs bleach and die under the pressure of constant human contact. Soil erodes on mountain trails overwhelmed by foot traffic. Wildlife habitats shrink as resorts expand. Perhaps no example illustrates this destruction more powerfully than Maya Bay in Thailand. Your individual decisions genuinely matter more than you might ever realize. Carbon offsetting is one powerful tool available to every traveler. It works by calculating the emissions your trip generates and then funding environmental projects like reforestation or renewable energy that absorb an equivalent amount of carbon dioxide. Several free online calculators make this process surprisingly simple. But offsetting is just one piece of the puzzle. Choosing direct flights significantly reduces your carbon output, since takeoffs and landings burn the most fuel. For shorter distances, trains and buses are dramatically cleaner alternatives to flying. And when you arrive, selecting eco-certified accommodations ensures your stay supports businesses genuinely committed to sustainability. Here is the most powerful truth about all of this. Before booking any wildlife experience, research the operator thoroughly. Read independent reviews and ask one simple question: Does this place prioritize the animal or the tourist? Those elephant riding experiences that flood your social media feed? Behind every ride is an animal that has been beaten, starved, and broken into submission through a brutal training process called the Fijian. Those tiger selfie parks where tourists pay to cuddle sedated big cats? Those animals live in tiny cages, drugged and exploited purely for profit. Marine animal shows featuring dolphins and orcas performing tricks? These highly intelligent creatures suffer severe psychological trauma in captivity. The wildlife tourism industry is worth billions, and unfortunately, suffering is often the hidden price tag. But here is the good news. Ethical alternatives exist. You belong here. Come be a part of something that truly matters. If everything we have covered so far has been eye-opening for you, and you are starting to see travel in a completely different light, then I want to make sure you never miss what comes next. Subscribing to this channel takes literally 1 second, but it means you will always have access to content that helps you travel smarter, kinder, and more responsibly. Hit that subscribe button right now if you have not already. But here is what really excites me. This channel is not just a place for videos. It is a growing community of travelers from all around the world who genuinely care about the places they visit and the people who call those places home. Every single subscriber adds another voice to that movement. One of the most powerful ways to travel responsibly is by keeping your money within the communities you visit. When you choose locally owned hotels, family-run restaurants, and independent tour operators, your spending directly benefits the people who call that destination home. In contrast, booking through large international corporations often means profits leave the community entirely, offering locals little economic benefit, despite welcoming thousands of visitors each year. The difference is enormous. In destinations like rural Guatemala, tourism dollars channeled through community-based cooperatives have funded schools and healthcare clinics. In Kenya, locally operated safari companies reinvest earnings into wildlife conservation and anti-poaching programs. Even simple choices, like buying handmade crafts directly from artisans rather than souvenir chains, create meaningful livelihoods. Every dollar you spend is essentially a vote for the kind of tourism you believe in. Choosing local is not just good ethics. It is genuinely transformative for communities around the world. The experience becomes richer, deeper, and more authentic for everyone involved, both visitor and host alike. Cultural sensitivity is not optional, it is essential. When visiting religious sites, dressing modestly shows deep respect for sacred spaces and the communities that hold them dear. Before pointing your camera at a local person, always ask permission. That simple gesture acknowledges their dignity and humanity. Learning even a few basic phrases in the local language, hello, thank you, excuse me, instantly builds genuine connection and goodwill. Understanding cultural customs and taboos matters enormously too. What feels casual in your home country might be deeply offensive elsewhere. Removing shoes before entering a temple, avoiding public displays of affection in conservative regions, or understanding dining etiquette can transform awkward moments into meaningful exchanges. Now let's talk about one of the most visible and damaging problems in travel today: plastic pollution. Every year, millions of tourists leave behind mountains of single-use plastic that ends up in oceans, rivers, and wildlife habitats. But here's the good news. You have the power to change that starting with your very next trip. First, carry a reusable water bottle everywhere you go. Refusing single-use plastics like straws, bags, and cutlery makes an immediate difference. Better yet, join local beach or trail cleanup initiatives happening right where you visit. When booking accommodations, look for hotels and hostels with strong recycling and waste reduction programs actively in place. Some destinations are already leading the way. The Maldives, Rwanda, and several Greek islands have implemented impressive plastic-free tourism policies that are genuinely transforming their environments. Your choices as a traveler send a powerful message to the entire tourism industry. Sustainability is not optional, it is essential. Now let's talk about one of the most powerful shifts you can make as a traveler: embracing slow travel. Instead of rushing through 10 countries in 2 weeks, imagine spending a full month truly living in 1 or 2 places. Slow travel is not about doing less. It is about experiencing more deeply. When you stay longer in fewer destinations, you dramatically reduce the carbon emissions associated with constant flights and transportation. But the benefits go far beyond the environment. Spending extended time in a community means you begin to understand its rhythms, its people, its food, and its stories in ways that a 2-day stopover simply cannot offer. You shop at neighborhood markets, build genuine connections with locals, and contribute meaningfully to the local economy. Guest houses thrive, family restaurants flourish, and communities benefit from your authentic presence, rather than just a fleeting visit. Slow travel transforms tourism from consumption into connection. Knowing how to travel responsibly is one thing, but finding the right tools and verified resources makes all the difference. Several globally recognized eco-certifications help travelers identify truly sustainable options. Look for certifications like Green Key, EarthCheck, and the Global Sustainable Tourism Council when booking hotels and tour operators. These certifications are not just labels. They represent rigorous standards in environmental management, community impact, and ethical operations. To track your carbon footprint, apps like Atmosphere, My Climate, and Sustainable Travel International offer easy calculators and offset programs right at your fingertips. Platforms like Book Different, Kind Traveler, and Responsible Travel connect you directly with verified sustainable experiences and accommodations worldwide. Before clicking that booking button, take 5 minutes to research the credentials behind your choices. A quick search can reveal whether a business genuinely prioritizes sustainability or simply uses green language for marketing. Informed travelers are the most powerful travelers. They prove that when travelers, governments, and communities align around responsible choices, nature heals and cultures thrive. Around the world, destinations and communities are proving that responsible tourism actually works. Costa Rica stands as one of the greatest examples, transforming itself into a global ecotourism leader by protecting over 25% of its land as national parks and reserves. Tourism there now funds conservation and uplifts local communities simultaneously. Then there is Bhutan, a kingdom that deliberately limits tourist numbers through a daily visitor fee, ensuring that mass tourism never overwhelms its sacred culture or pristine Himalayan environment. The results speak for themselves as Bhutan consistently ranks among the most preserved destinations on Earth. Even beneath the ocean, change is happening. Certain coral reef systems in the Philippines and Caribbean have shown remarkable recovery after responsible diving communities enforced strict no-touch policies and reduced diver traffic. These stories are not exceptions, they are blueprints. That is not a burden, that is a privilege. Every single choice you make as a traveler carries weight. From the flights you book to the food you eat, from the wildlife experiences you choose to the souvenirs you buy, it all adds up. Let us quickly revisit what we have covered today. Reducing your carbon footprint matters. Supporting local communities creates lasting change. Respecting wildlife and culture preserves what makes destinations truly special. Minimizing waste protects fragile ecosystems. And embracing slow travel transforms tourism from consumption into genuine connection. And that brings us to the end of today's journey. But your journey toward becoming a more responsible traveler is just beginning. If this video opened your eyes to the real impact of your travel choices, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It takes just a second and helps this message reach more travelers around the world who need to hear it. If you want more content on sustainable living, responsible travel, and making a genuine difference through your adventures, subscribe to this channel. And ring that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Now here is the part I am most excited about. Drop a comment below sharing your own sustainable travel tip, or tell us which destination you most want to protect. Whether it is the Amazon rainforest, the Great Barrier Reef, or your own local hidden gem, let us know. Together, we are building a community of travelers who truly care. See you in the next one.